getting closer for the UFC pay-per-view this weekend.
But we got 292 coming up right after that. Sterling versus O'Malley. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good card right there with Mazang, the women's strawweight title belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ian Gary's coming back. Cody's coming back. Garbrandt. I'm sorry if I messed up his name. Chris Weidman's gonna be back on that card. I mean, that one I'm pretty excited about that card too.
Yeah, that one's definitely stacked. That's nice to see Ian Gary. Remember, we've been talking about this, right? But finally breaking that top 10. And here it is.
Yeah.
Against Jeff Neal. So,
yeah,
that's going to be exciting to watch. Ian Gary, I think he's great all across the board. Has really smart, intellectual mind on how he's fighting. He's always like taking the feedback in and knowing he could do better. And he's like apologizing to his corner. He's like, yeah, I messed up, but he's constantly just thinking about his fight and not just falling into the emotions, I guess you could say. So he's become one of my favorite fighters to watch. Aljamain Sterling, Sean O'Malley, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. If I had to give a prediction right now, I think Sean O'Malley might take this.
I bet against Sterling before, so I'm gonna put my money back on Sterling. I doubted him already before.
I'll be the devil's advocate today.
Yeah, and for the strawweight, I don't know. The strawweight women's title, I don't know. I'm kind of going for number 4, Amanda to win. A Brazilian.
Yeah, Amanda Lemos. I mean, she won her last 2 fights, and then she did lose against Jessica Andrade. We kind of spoke about her in her upcoming fight pretty soon, but that was back in April 22, so well over a year ago.
Yes.
So she's definitely picked it back up, and she put herself in a good position for this fight. I still think Zhang Weili takes it. I will fall back, though, on my first statement. What makes me really cautious about saying Sean O'Malley's going to win is his last performance. He won by decision, I believe, which was against Jan. Very debatable. Yeah, it was very debatable. Some people thought Jan won. And I was rooting for O'Malley, right? Just because I was against my son Liam. He was wanting Peter Yan to win. So I was just joking, having fun with O'Malley. But to be honest, it's a really good argument for Yan that he could have won and he should have won that fight. O'Malley, I don't think he did enough to separate himself to, for sure, solidify that win. But who knows,
Yeah.
That was nearly a year ago, October of last year. So he's only improved himself as well. And then Aljamain Sterling, he's just been looked at by everybody. And I don't think he's a fan favorite for... I don't think he's a fan favorite of Dana White on his list. I don't think Dana White is too excited for Aljamain.
No, I don't think he is at all.
I hear there's like a lot of arguments and stuff that takes place between them two. So that's why I think Dana White expedited this fight quicker than it should have. But it's nice to see Sean O'Malley. He's been showing off. He's more just glamorous and likes the fancy stuff, the expensive cars and stuff like that. And he talks a lot of shit too. Not as loud as Conor McGregor, but when the spotlight's on him, he delivers. And I don't know if any of this like circus, is gonna bother Aljamain, but we'll see what happens. But
yeah, because I love the trash talk. I like when they go back and forth. I'm out eating popcorn. Yeah, tell him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you still watch wrestling, so.
Oh yeah, of course. Brock Lesnar's on there.
But other than that, I mean, this card is stacked. I'm excited to see Chris Weidman step away from the sidelines announcing fights and now be in a fight after his injury years ago. So
yeah.
it's gonna be good to see him back in the ring and see if he's able to perform at that high level where he left off at. But we can only find out when we see the fight.
Brad, he's fighting against, has lost the last 2 against with Silva and Duplessis.
Yeah, Duplessis. Duplessis was supposed to be in that fight against Izzy, remember? So.
Mm-hmm.
So that, I mean, that was a good fight to like a good person to lose to, right? Because that guy obviously is top tier. It doesn't really speak against his character as a fighter, but um, yeah, we'll see what happens. Other than that, I mean, Cody has this fight against Mario. That's nice to see. Yeah, Chito Vera against Pedro Munoz.
Yes.
So stat card going into like the prelims. I'm not too sure who I'm excited about or any must sees for me just yet. Kind of let this play out a little bit and see who pops up on my radar to talk about a little bit more. But um, I mean, it's gonna be a good fight or a good card. I mean,
Now, just to go on this, what about this 293? That one's in Australia, and that one's still vacant. And I'm curious to see who they're going to put on that one. Because if you look at the card, I mean, they already got several fights already on that card already. So they're close to, filling up this card.
just looking for that cherry on top.
Yeah, so I wonder if he's waiting for some results to win, getting some, see who's moving up or what. Or would this be the tough card? When is this one? In September 9th. That might be kind of, well, I'm pretty sure they're over by now, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, I know the finals is like the live fights. Everything we're watching right now is pre-recorded, but
Yes.
it might be too. I feel like it's too soon, but who knows? I mean, who's waiting to fight?
But Australian, I forget who the Australian fighters are again. I know someone just fought recently.
Yeah, like Alexander Volkanovski fought.
Yeah, but didn't you tell me he was coming back? Volk is going to fight.
I don't know.
Did you send me a text?
No,
didn't
it's
you
Tai
send me?
Tuivasa.
Oh, okay.
The big boy who likes to party.
Ah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not too sure who they'll put on unless they go like light heavyweight. Get some Jamal Hill action in there. That's been a little while since he's fought.
Oh, or Leon Edwards.
Or yeah, Leon Edwards. Especially because it's like in Australia and the UK, like out in those countries over there. So, they normally, like, you already saw the card, but like it's all like foreign fighters, right? None of them, or not too many of them, are US fighters. So, they normally get the exposure for all these guys elsewhere outside the United States to go fight. Yeah, but Leon Edwards, that would be a good one against Kobe, right?
Yes, Mr. Cummington.
And I know they're trying to make Leon fight too, so we'll see what happens. I'm I'm not too sure, but yeah, I don't know. There should be some fights added to this soon.
All right, well, we'll find out. Usually on Thursday, Thursday is when Dana announces some fights, so maybe we'll hear something tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'll keep my Twitter account open on that one, because if you don't know, now you know.
Oh god, here we go.
Hey, it's all good. All right, that's all I got.
I think so too.
All right, well, thank you all for listening. See you next time.